Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome to our channel. I'm Erin.
And I'm Michelle, and we are two Canadian geese.
We are so excited to get this journey started with you guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing.
Let's get right into it.
Two Canadian geese are mates for life, traveling partners within an expansive sky.
So you guys, TikTok is kind of where it all started for us. And just this week, we hit 100,000 followers.
100,000.
100,000 people care about what we have to say. You guys care about what we put on the internet. It's absolutely insane. There's no words to describe how appreciative we are for you guys, how much we love you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for 100K.
So we thought we'd start off today by talking about something that a lot of LGBT people go through. We are both very fortunate and lucky to come from very supportive homes, but we know that a lot of people don't.
Mm-hmm. So today we're gonna sprinkle some joy in your lives, and we're gonna tell you about our coming out stories.
A lot of rainbows.
Yes. So we're gonna tell you about our coming out stories. So my coming out story, I feel like I was a little late to the party. I came out to myself in probably the 10th or 11th grade. I feel like most people come out to their self before they come out to anyone else, right? So I came out to myself in like the 10th grade, but I didn't come out to any of my friends until I was in my second year of university. So, big gap. Big gap, and I was an adult. So I remember I was on Tumblr all day, every day, just scrolling on Tumblr, pictures of girls in bikinis. I'm like, girls in bathing suits.
Like, vlog.
Girls on skateboards. I had no idea what was out there, and I was shocked and just obsessed with Tumblr. So that's what I did. And that went on every day for like 3 weeks. And I had a boyfriend at the time. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, it consumed me every day. So I was like, I think it's time to tell someone. So my best friend, who was actually my roommate, we were having a sleepover. We lived together, but she would just come and crash in my room. Like we were best friends. So
no homo.
No homo. We were just best friends. So we'd have sleepovers. And I remember we were laying in bed, and it was literally like, I think we'd even been sleeping for we were like sleeping, and I was like, I can tell you something. She was like, what? And I was like, I'm bi. Like, I'm bisexual. I like girls. And she was like, oh my dear God. I thought you were going to say you were pregnant. Like, who does that? I'm like, sorry. But she's like, I literally don't care. It's no big deal. So the next day, she was with me when I told the rest of my roommates and the rest of our friends, and I remember saying, okay guys, you have 2 minutes to freak out about it, ask questions, do whatever, and then it's just business as usual. It is what it is. Because at that point, like, I knew for a long time. I had already come to terms with it. I was accepting it. I was like, and you guys are all gonna do that too. Thanks. But so I was in my second year that my friends knew. But again, I had a boyfriend, and I never told him. If you're seeing this, I'm gay. I think he probably already knows. It's all over the internet. But I never told him. And I didn't tell my parents until this, like, in 2020. And then I met Michelle, and I was like, this like woman is amazing, and I can't live without her, and I'm gonna bring her home to mama, so I should probably warn her that I'm gay, because she had no idea.
She'd be really surprised if you didn't.
So that's what I did. I told her, I was like, listen, I met someone, and you're gonna meet her because I'm gay, and she's amazing, and she's gonna be around for a while, so get used to it. And she was like, okay. And then she made some jokes. My family all they do is make fun of me. They just turn me all day. So
not a bad thing.
I played softball growing up for years, and that was like the first joke that she thought of. She was like, you're really playing into the stereotypes here, Erin, playing softball. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I get it. Sorry. But she had a few questions because, again, I was older. So I think that because I was an adult, we could have a conversation about it, right? So she was like, like, have you ever kissed a girl? Have you ever had sex with a girl?
Yeah,
and I was like, Mom, we didn't, like, this doesn't have to happen. It's okay.
We don't need to have this talk.
I was like, it's not a phase. But yeah, my mom was very accepting, and so were both my brothers. They were like, okay, and like at that point they were like, whatever. My dad, I was the most nervous to tell, for sure. And my dad's my best friend and like my biggest supporter. But I was nervous. I was freaking out to tell him. So nervous. So we went out on the lawn. We were raking the leaves. We were raking the leaves off the lawn, and I remember he was doing it kind of by himself. And again, like my stepmom already knew. I already told her. So she was like, hey, like, he's out on the lawn raking the leaves. Maybe you should.
She gave you the hint. She's
well,
like,
because I told her that I wanted to tell him, and she was like, okay, this is a good, opportunity. So I was like, you're right. I met someone, and she's amazing. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's kind. And I was just like listing all of these things. And he was like, she? And I was like,
ding ding.
Yes. I was like, yes. And he was like, good for you. Like, it sounds like you're happy, and I'm happy for you. And I asked him, I said, will you still dance with me at my wedding? And typical dad, my dad's always making dad jokes. He goes, depends. What song are we dancing to? I was like, okay. I don't know. You pick, Dad. I don't care. I honestly don't know if my grandma understands it. I'm sure I don't know. That's what she says. She goes, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And she's met my grandma. Although on the phone, my grandma does refer to you as my friend.
That's okay.
We're very close friends.
We're very close.
We're very close friends.
We're just friends that kiss sometimes. A lot of times.
So, yeah. But, no. I was really lucky, and again, all my family does is make fun of me. So I'm the butt of all the jokes, but
that's
it's fine.
Okay. My family does the same.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm happy and in love, so I don't care.
Mine was a bit more interesting.
Yeah, because you were like 7.
Yep. So that's when I came out to myself. Well, not really. I knew what I liked at that age. I was like, probably not boys, maybe boys, but definitely girls. I noticed because I was always physically attracted to girls. Like sexually, physically attracted, even I knew it, 7 years old. I was like, she is hot. I know she's hot. I want that. But when I looked at boys, it was more of like an emotional attraction. Like, this is what I'm supposed to like, so I'm going to like this. And it was like a friendship.
My problem is, we were talking about this the other day, like, I was so confused that, like, my best friends were mostly guys. And I was like, oh, I really like this person. We're best friends. We have a lot in common, blah, blah, blah. I must date you!
Because we have a lot in common. That's the only reason.
Because you're a man and I am a woman. No. Why did you date that person? You literally did not like them. You liked them, but not like that. Sorry. I apologize right now to everyone that I dated. Sorry.
So, yeah, so I knew very young. And then I guess, like, I started to explore around 13, 14. Like, I explored more emotional side of it at 13, and then 14 I was like, okay, I'm gonna start kissing girls. And then I was like, yeah, I know that I knew. And then I told, the first people that I told was my sister and my best friend. But I told my best friend before my sister, but in the same night. I texted them both. I was like, I'm bisexual. And I only said that because I didn't want them to feel like they couldn't come to me with their crushes on boys. Mm-hmm. Like they wouldn't be able to relate to me. But I didn't feel like I was telling, like, obviously I wasn't telling the truth, and I didn't feel relieved. So, like, the next day I was like, by the way, I'm actually gay. I like girls and girls
exclusively.
Only. Yeah. And they had the same reaction. They were like, okay, cool. Like, I accept you the way you are. So I started telling all my other friends. And then I told the next person that I told that was like a bigger person in my life was my mom. And it was the perfect opportunity. And she was like, I'm going to go on a walk. Do you want to come? And I was like, yes. In my head, I was like, bam, this is the time.
I think Chelsea set that up for you.
I think so too.
I think Chelsea was like, hey mom, like, Michelle's gonna talk to you. Like, I don't know if she outed you, but...
I don't think she outed me because I don't think my mom would have had the same reaction if she did.
Yeah.
So...
But I think she was definitely like, Michelle's got something to say and you should take her on a walk.
So then we went around the block and it was just a quick walk. And I was like, Mom, I have something to tell you. I think I like girls. And I started bawling my eyes out because I just felt so relieved. And I could tell right away that my mom didn't have a negative reaction, which was very helpful for me in making me feel accepted and loved. But she did say, she was like, I think, it's possible it's a phase.
Because you were young.
I was young.
But
that's all for my coming out story.
I mean, we're lucky. It's very clear that we're both so loved and supported, and we're super lucky. And
it doesn't matter what our sexuality is, that our family loves us and supports us.
And I think that one of the biggest barriers in people coming out is that fear of rejection, obviously, but it's because it's the lack of education, right? People don't understand what's going on. They don't understand how to react. So I think it's really important for allies and parents of LGBT people and friends of LGBT people
educated.
To educate yourself. So we are gonna attach a link in the description down below for a really great website that has lots of resources for you guys. There's, chat rooms, and there's education, there's resources, there's different websites that will let you know how to get a doctor if you need one, or just things like that. So obviously, if it's safe, we always encourage
you to
coming out and just loving yourself and being true to who you are, because absolutely it's such a relief and we are better off for it. It shouldn't matter. And there are lots of families like that it doesn't matter, and I think in the future most families will be like that.
Me too.
But as for right now, we will take what we can get. So, but the most important thing is just know that you are not alone, and you are part of a community that is full of strong and brave and amazing
incredible people.
And we're ready to welcome you with open arms. So we love you guys all, and yeah, that's it.
So on that note, stay safe and see you next time.
We'll see you next time, guys.